Hello again, welcome back to the Hedgewitchknit knitting podcast channel, or whatever you want to call it. It's been a while, and that's because I mentioned in my last episode that I would probably not see you until my Wavebreak was done, and now it is, and it's just so nice. I've been wearing it so much. I had a lovely vacation back to my hometown to see my best friend get married, and it was wonderful and a little stressful, but overall amazing, and it was so nice. I didn't really do a lot of knitting while we were gone, which is surprising because it's like an 18-hour drive, but I think I drove most of it, at least on the way there. On the way back, Tom drove most of it because we partied hard. It was fun. But yeah, let's just jump into it. I am wearing my Wavebreak, like I said, by Unwind Knitwear, and I used Knitting Niqabi Green Gables in the BFL mashup fingering base, and I love BFL so much. It's probably one of my favorites, if not my ultimate favorite. I can definitely see me wearing this a ton. Like, it's so nice. The only thing I probably would change is I should have made the sleeves a little looser, but they're really not that bad. I'm just so excited to have it now. It's so cool. But yeah, I've talked about that a lot in previous episodes, so I will just get right on to my FOs. I have, what is it, like four or five? Two I can't show. They were gift knits for my friend who got married, and I gave them to her. And one was a pair of socks made in, where did it go? A pair of socks I knit in Patons Kroy. I'm pretty sure this color is called Woodsie. They kind of look camo. And that wasn't my jam, so I made them for her, and they're super cute, and they actually came out pretty similar. They were very, I think I did show them on the last episode, maybe just a little bit of them, but I will definitely post pictures of the things that I don't have on me. And then I made her a pair of gloves. I didn't really follow a pattern. I just kind of Googled like free glove knitting and kind of went from there, but also I feel like I used my own kind of gauge on them, so I don't know if I'd feel right putting up any patterns that I like referenced. I don't know, but I'll put a picture of those up too. They were super cute. My first time making gloves. First time. I can't believe it. There's like mohair in my nose. Oh yeah, the mohair is not knitting Niqabi. It was some mohair that I bought while we were in New Orleans, and there's like, this game was almost 1,000 yards, so I have so much left over, and I have so many ideas for this, and I can't decide on one, so it's just gonna sit on my shelf until I make up my mind. But it's so nice. Oh, I don't even know if I have the ball band anymore. I probably do somewhere. But yeah, that's that. And I thought it just looked so good together. Just gives it a little bit of depth, because there's like blues and stuff in there. I'm gonna get closer. Oh my gosh. Hopefully you can see the details. I'm wearing a little orange dress because it's August 31st and I have my pumpkin cup. The next one is a little crop top that I made, and I'm not gonna put it on because it's tiny. I'll post a picture. It's a Frankenstein crop top because I kind of used the gauge and I think needles from the Summer Secret Crop by Jessie May, but I also used like the physical design of the Hope Summer Top by Nerea Moreno, I think it is. I will post the links, but this is it. It's super cute. My intentions are to wear it to the Birthday Massacre concert at the end of the month of September. And I also have plans to make a fishnet top to go either over or under it. I'm not sure yet. And that's going to be in this purple color that I used for my Moonology socks that I dyed a few years ago now. But it'll be super cute because the Birthday Massacre's colors are purple and black, so it will be fitting. And I haven't decided yet if I wanted to knit a skirt because I've never knit a skirt before, but there's no way I'm gonna knit it in time for September. Like, it seems like it'd be easy, but I feel like once you get into the body of it, I've got some hips, and I think that's gonna be a lot of stitches. So I might just sew a skirt, or I'll just wear the one in the picture of me wearing this. Even though it has little red mushrooms on it, it should be fine. The only thing with this is I used yarn I got from Michael's, which was 100% cotton, but it was the mill ends. So I had 5 balls of it, or maybe 4. Yeah, it was 4. And for some reason, one of the 4 was like softer and a smaller weight somehow. So I did the entire shirt with the softer one, not realizing that the other 3 were like kind of scratchy and hard. So scoot to the colors there. So I used up the entire ball of the soft one, and I did it so that the 2 front panels, or little triangles, would be done with that, because I didn't want to switch to like a different weight yarn in the middle of the front of the pattern. You can probably tell where I switched. I mean, it's literally where I picked up for the little triangles, and it's got some gray in it, but it's also much heavier weight somehow. And I switched needle sizes too, so the back is just a little bit wider, which I'm not mad about. That's fine. It's not super noticeable, and it's probably going to be like under fishnet, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Super cute. Nice little tank top. My first cotton piece of clothing, I guess. Don't enjoy cotton, I'll say that. Although the soft one was nice. When I got to like the hard stuff, no, that was awful, and my fingers hurt really bad. I think I have one more finished object, and that is the cutest thing that I've ever made in my life. And it is, oh god. So I nicknamed this sweater Fern from Critical Role, and she's like a pretty little fawn. I don't even know how to explain it. She's got green hair and like crazy curly horns, and she's just like the best druid in the world. And I made little ears because I'm thinking of doing like knitted cosplay, maybe. We'll see. But here's my little ears. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. And like I still have to figure out how to like attach them, but I took some pictures I'll put up, and they're so cute. Little ears. They're like little doe ears. Ugh. Yeah, I really have to figure out how to like attach them, but they're adorable, and I'm I'm obsessed and I want to wear them everywhere. Like, do I put them on a headband? But then I also want to make like big curly horns. And those will probably be on a headband, so I don't know. So this is what they look like inside out. And then this little bit gets tucked in, and that gives it its little shape and the little realistic inner ear looking piece. I used Knitting for Olive in the colors, oh, I don't know, I think they're numbers, I can't remember, it's been so long. This is the yarn that I used for Atticus's baby bear bonnet, which is a pattern by Knitting for Olive, which is adorable. And I'm pretty sure I put that in my last episode because I've made 2 of them. And then the inside ear color yarn is from Knit Crate, and I can't remember if it was, there was 2 that came in the Brooklyn Boy Knits Knit Crate box because they did a collaboration, and there was Bushwick and like something else that had to do with like cement or sidewalks, I can't remember, but I think this is the other one. I think this one is Bushwick, but I can't remember what this one's called. I don't even remember what month that was. It was in, I think, 2020. Yeah, these are my little fawn ears. I loosely followed a pattern for bunny ears from my little woodland creatures book, but the gauge is different and the stitch count is different, so yeah. Everything, it's just completely different. I just kind of like did the same shape. So if anyone wants details on how to make little ears for themselves, message me on Instagram, where I'm also Hedgewitchknit, and you can have yourself little baby doe ears. I might still have my little white freckles from when I did my makeup for my pictures, because I'm really bad about washing my face. So nice. Okay, I believe that is my last finished object. I do have a half finished object, which is a test knit for Curiostitches, and it is the Jera Harvest socks. It's part of the rune casting collections, which is what the Shadowwork sweater was also. So there's socks and a hat. I did the DK version. There's also a fingering version. And these are the runes that Tom picked. So here they are. I have since started the second pair, and I'm almost done with the foot. Actually, I am done with the foot. I have to do the heel now, and I'm using this purple color that I dyed for the Dead of Night pattern that I made last year, I think. Oh, I can't remember. And then this is some yarn that I got from someone when I lived in Okinawa who dyed it and just didn't need it. And it's turning out amazing. They match my roller skates, because when I was in roller derby, my name was the Little Murder Maid. So my roller skates are like purple and green, or teal and red. So that all matches. I'll post a picture of me in them with my socks on because it's super cute. But these are done on 3mm needles, I believe. And they're super fun, super fast if you do the DK version. And I'm loving them so far. They're so cozy. They're long, like they're longer than my sock blockers. And I think there's an option for an afterthought heel, or you can do a short row heel, and I always do the fish lips kiss because it's just in my brain and I don't have to look at anything. So yeah, that's those. This yarn is also 100% wool, non-superwash, so they're gonna be so warm. I can't wait to knit by the fire with these on. So stay tuned for that. I believe they're coming out sometime in September. I'm not exactly sure on the date, but I'll let you know on Instagram because I'm always seeing at least praises on Instagram. So I have a couple new whips and a couple old whips. So since last episode, I've finished my Netherfield evening bag. Well, I haven't finished it, but I finished the bag portion. I am slowly working on the strap, oh my goodness, which is just like a 5-stitch I-cord. That has to be so long, so I've shoved this in my purse and I just work on it when I'm not home, which isn't very often, obviously, but slowly. And then I did show the fabric that I'm using for the inside of this last time, and I think I talked about it a lot last time, so I just wanted to show it to you and say that the bag portion is done. Everything else is in the works. I have started a black one, which I also talked about on the last episode, and I did end up frogging my Felix cardigan for it. Oh, I also used the same yarn for the gloves for my friend. It's Patons Kroy Gentry Gray. It's literally my favorite. And this is gonna be so cute. I also want to take this bag to the concert with me. I don't know what to do for the inside yet because I feel like it's gotta have like a bright inside so that you can see the lace work. But also you can, I don't know, I feel like you can just see it anyway. But I feel like you also have to be like right on top of it. I don't know. I still haven't decided. I could use the same little rusty orange color because I have so much of it. I thought about knitting like the inside, but I don't want it to be too bulky, so that might be tricky. We'll see. I still have to finish the little top portion and then make the strap, which I'm wondering if I should do an I-cord strap or if I should just find something else that's not gonna take me forever and be boring. I'm not an I-cord person. It just seems kind of like a hassle. But I do it when I need to, so we push through. Yeah, that's my second Netherfield evening bag. Actually, it's my fourth because I've made 2 before. But this pattern is by Anna Cole, who I don't believe has an Instagram because I keep trying to find it and tag them, but oh well. They're on Ravelry, and I really do love this pattern. I knit it very differently than the pattern says, but if you do want to knit this and want to do it in the round like I have, I will definitely give you my notes. I don't really put notes on Ravelry because I'm lazy, but yeah, I have no problems with like walking you through it if you need help because it's really simple. Yeah, that's my bag. I've made some progress, not a lot, on my Hawthorn sweater. I think it's hilarious that in my last episode, which I watched this morning because I was like, I don't even remember what I've talked about since then. I mean, that was like the day before my birthday, I think, which was over a month ago. Oh my gosh, don't think about it. Don't think about it. So yeah, I was just like, I might be done this by the next time you see it. No, I'm not close. I'm close to being done this sleeve, probably. But I did get a pretty good ways into it, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, I might need to start decreasing because I just haven't. Because it just looks so cozy. But this is a pattern by Darling Jadore. It's for my sister. I've talked about it so much. And The yarn is Navia Duo in, I think the color is Zinfandel. I could be so wrong. It doesn't say. 266 is the color. But I'm pretty sure on the website, on Hobby, it said Zinfandel. Which made me think it was gonna be like red. But I already talked about that too. That's so yeah, color number 266 on Hobby and Navia Duo, which I really love this yarn. It's so nice. It's perfectly woolly. It's non-superwash, super affordable. Really can't go wrong. It's so nice. And I think it's a blend of wools. I think it's Furrows and Australian lamb's wool and Shetland wool. So yeah, it's a little mixture, but it's the perfect mixture if you ask me. This is wonderful. But yeah, that's my Hawthorn. Hopefully I can get that out to her. And I also need to finish her funny pair socks, which I've done a little bit of progress on, I think, since you last seen it. Maybe more. No, probably not. Let's be real. I am lazy. I was going through my episodes and I realized that I haven't shown my Nightbook since episode 9, I believe. And I keep saying that I haven't made progress on it, but I really have. I'm like a good chunk of the way through this sleeve, which I'm super happy about. It's just, it's the pattern repeat right now is so mindless that it kind of gets uninteresting. But I don't know. When I need some color work, I pick it up. And I am kind of sad that I finished my Wavebreak before my Nightbook, but I don't know. I'm trying to enjoy the process of knitting this, and I want it to be like a positive experience rather than me just forcing myself to knit on it just because I want it done. But hopefully I can get it done before the winter. I have so many upcoming projects and I just need to get my old whips out of the way. But this sweater is just stunning. Oh, it's so nice. Those are all the whips that I have like visible progress on. I do have a new cast on, which is a test knit for Curiostitches. And this is it. This is all we got. It's another not Oliver color work. It's what do we even call that? It's like an Intarsia colorwork sweater. And it's called the Corvus Corax, I believe. And it's gonna be incredible. And I can't wait. I've gotta start the chart now. I knit the little waistband and one more row. I'm knitting it in Prairie Spun DK in the color, does it say? Red Cedar DK40. And it's 100% wool. Also so nice. Non-superwash. 3-ply. And in the contrast color, I'm using Navia Duo again. And just the color black. Color number 27. So, yep. This is also a very affordable yarn. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I bought like 6 skeins of it. And it was, I want to say like under $50, so it's pretty good. So that's just a little sneak peek of a new test knit I have coming up. So I'll be working on this for most of the fall. And Shy from the Witchiness podcast is also working on one. Look at this tail. Oh my gosh. So I've tried to cast on so many things recently, and like my cotton sweater, or not sweater, my cotton tank top that I made, I cast it on like 4 times because for some reason, I always do a long tail cast on because it's just easiest for me. For some reason, every time I got to the end, I had like not enough, and this was my second try at casting this on, and I literally like made it work. So I have this teeny tiny piece that I have to somehow weave in at some point, and I'm not looking forward to that, but I was not gonna do this again. It's like so many stitches. There's no way. I don't know, something was going on with me that day that I even used a bigger needle and like wrapped that and then measured it. Who knows? And I was casting on loosely, like that. It was just some otherworldly force. Who knows? But yeah, stay tuned for a really cool sweater coming up. I believe I'm going to frog the mohair summer secret crop that I was knitting, because I just I don't see any practicality in having like, this is a really thick mohair, so I don't know, I might use it for like stripes on something. I haven't decided yet, but I was thinking about it and I was like, you know, I will never wear this. It would be so hot, and like it's such a tiny piece that it's like, why would I just want like a tube top to steam myself in? So yeah, it's probably getting frogged, probably most likely. That is, I believe, all the knitting content I have. I do have a couple plans for things. I am planning on making the Heidra knits by Fiber Tales in this gorgeous Biche Bouche lamb's wool in the color red brown. It's so nice, and it's got like flecks of other colors too. It's really pretty. I got this in Philly, I believe. I was super excited about it. I also have plans for what? I'm going to make an unarmored defense cowl with this giant thing of Jacob's wool that I have. And that pattern is by Cat Weaver, otherwise known as Heather and Hops, here on YouTube and Instagram. And I'm super excited about that. It's just a nice little cowl, and then it has like a panel in the front and back and little ties on the side, I believe. So I think that's what this wants to be, because I feel like she and I have a very distinct love for Jacob's wool. It's just so nice. I love all the wool. I really can't pick a favorite, although my favorite is BFL. Yeah, so nice. So that's that. I'm also planning on making, I think it's called a Cellarium hat by Unwind Knitwear. It's gorgeous. I think it's supposed to be reminiscent of like the inside of like a cathedral or some kind of architecture that has the ceiling is all like, you'd know it if you saw it. I don't know anything about that stuff. But the top of the hat is like all like intricate like twisted knit cables. Oh, It's so beautiful. So that's on my list, and I still want to make mini Selbu mitts for Atticus. I'm just undecided on the yarn. I have another cross stitch I need to start, which I've been putting off for a long time. I haven't done anything with those spindle skeletons that I've created because I'm terrified of messing them up, but it's scrap wood, so it should be fine. My sister bought me a little book on making toys for kids, so that'll be fun. Out of wood, like little wooden blocks and triangles and like stacking and weaving sticks. So I'm gonna try to make some of those. I have created the craziest looking intricate Japanese woodworking piece that I've ever seen in my life. And it is right here. It needs a frame, but like seriously, look at this. It's 172 pieces, I think I counted. Oh, this one. So most of them are like, they're in there. They're connected by, like this one will come out. It's like a little puzzle that I created and put together. But they're just, there's no glue, it's all tension. So, and this is called the Asa-No-Ha, which is a hemp leaf. And it is the art of Kumiko, which is like Japanese woodworking design. And there's a bunch of different designs you can make. I believe this wood is poplar. I just started last night a new project with basswood. I still have to figure out the design, but I've got all my pieces cut down. And yeah, it's just a bunch of different angles that you have to create with the chisel, and then they lock together like a little puzzle, and it's super fun. I just for fun Googled like to purchase one of these yesterday, and it was like $4.99, like $499 for just this in a frame. And I was like, why would they do that? Also, like, I'll sell this for $4.99. But I want to keep this one because it's my first one, and like I want to be able to look back later and just see how far my chiseling has come, because there's a lot of mistakes, but I mean, you can't see it unless you get right up on it and I point it out, because I mean, it's just gorgeous. So yeah, I'm hoping to make more of these, and I'll be selling them on our website, which is wolfdogwoodworking.com. And there's also an Instagram page for Wolf Dog Woodworking. And I will also probably be making sock blockers. So, it's fun. Super fun stuff. That's why my nails are off. Because woodworking. But yeah, that's that. I also have received maybe the best birthday present I've ever gotten in my life. From my friend who started a business called Hemlock and Honey, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to have it hanging up behind me, but it's huge, and I don't want to have it like jammed in this corner, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Also, it's really heavy, and I'm not good at like finding the studs in the walls. It's very frustrating. But oh my god, let me see if I can lift this up. It is like a shadow box with atlas moths. Ooh. Get it so that you can see it. Atlas moths, and there's some cicadas and little teeth. I think they're like fox teeth. I don't know, they're teeny tiny teeth. It's just so beautiful. I gotta angle it, sorry. With some gorgeous, like, I don't know if that's some kind of wallpaper or something in the back, but Yeah, my friend, so her husband made the box. She got all the insides together, and then my husband made the frame. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. I don't know what to do with it. It's freaking massive. But I do love looking at it. Right now I have it in the living room in our entryway. We built a live edge table for next to the door, and that's where I have it. And I like it there. It's a good spot. I want to hang it up. It's got hardware to hang it, but it's so heavy, so I don't know. Yeah, that's my birthday present, and I really love it. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. And they also have, I don't know if they have a website, but there's an Instagram for Hemlock and Honey, and then there's a Facebook page. So go check them out. They're very, very new. Still working on building a stock of products. But this is the kind of stuff that they make. And I think that's all I have. I was running around like crazy yesterday trying to figure out like what I've got, because there's just so much has happened in the last like month and a half or whatever, however long it's been. I'm gonna try to film more often. I redid my schedule for knitting, and I have like time blocks planned out for different things. So hopefully that'll get me focused, because I've been playing so much Animal Crossing. Like my brain is like, you should knit, and I know I should knit, but I recently decided that like 4 of my villagers had to go, so I've just been time traveling and ignoring them so that they leave, and trying to get new villagers and making new builds, and I have a whole spooky island. It's super cute. But that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the likes and comments and subscriptions. It's really awesome to just hear from everyone and get your opinions on things and meet new people in the community, and just it really makes you realize how much love there is in the knitting community. And that's probably one of my favorite parts about it. So I hope you keep being awesome and kind to each other, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.